Alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is Sarah. I will be with you today in our next lesson in our series Let's Learn to Read the Quran. Today is the 13th part of our second lesson, the letters. We will learn names, isolated forms, and pronunciation of our next two letters. I would call them the circle letters because they look just like circles. You will see now. We will have ha and ta marbuta. Ta Marbuta doesn't really have a pronunciation of its own, but because it's the same shape, and Ta Marbuta is not a letter, it's just a marker, an ending for words, but it's not its own letter. That's why it calls ta, because it have the dots of a ta and sometimes pronounced like a ta, and marbuta because it looks like ha and sometimes pronounced like ha. We will see now. Let's begin with our letter. The letter is ha, ha, ha. This is an H letter. Ha, ha, ha. Just air. This is a very easy letter. Okay, and ha also is a shapeshifter. Today I got you the shape when it's a standalone letter, but you will most likely find it like this. But this is connected form. When it connects to a letter, it will be like this, but in its standalone form, it's just a loop, a circle. Okay, that's why it's written here that it's a shapeshifter, because this is a form, the other one is a very, very, very different one, which looks like this. Okay, and in the middle also it looks completely different. We will go over this when we get there, but for now we will move to Ta Marbuta. As you can see, Ta Marbuta looks exactly like ha with two dots above. That's why I put it here, but it's not a letter, it's a special letter because it's not in the alphabet. It's used to end some words, some feminine words. If you want to change a word from masculine to feminine, you put ta marbuta at the end. Or if you want to distinguish that this is a feminine word, you put ta marbuta at the end, or it comes with ta marbuta at the end. It looks exactly like ha when in its standalone letter, but this doesn't change like ha. This is just looks like this or like this when it's linked to someone here and with the two dots. This is the only change it has, and we will also go over this. Now I want to talk to you about the sound rules of Ta Marbuta. Ta Marbuta, when you stop after it, right here, it sounds like ha. It is the same sound as ha, ha. But if you have a word after it and you will say it together, it will change to ta, like that. Ta. I need to give you an example. Like my name is Sarah. In Arabic, it is Sarah. It can be written with ta marbuta at the end. And it's a word like joyful, Sarah. Okay, Sarah is a word that when I say it alone, I say Sarah with H at the end, huh? But if it has a word after Sarah, it will be سارة جدا أو سارة جدا. It will change to ta. Okay, we will go over it over and over again. Just I wanted you to know the difference, that this changes sound between ha and ta. Sometimes it's pronounced ha, sometimes it's pronounced ta. Okay, here are both of them together, As we can see, at the standalone shapes, they are exactly the same except for the dots. Ha is always ha, 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 ha. Ta, sometimes ha, sometimes ta. Okay? I will say them now. Try to repeat after me and link the shape to the sound. Ha, 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 ha. This one it doesn't have a name and you don't need to learn its pronunciation. I just want you to know the shape that is sometimes ha and sometimes te. And thank you for today. We have only 2 letters left until we finish the alphabet, the last 2 vowels in the alphabet. We will take them the next lesson and we will wrap up the letters after this. I'm so proud of you that you got here and I wish you will learn to read Arabic as soon as possible. See you again next lesson. Bye.